Hey there guys, it's me Mantha. And you're probably wondering, wait, you're back? Yes, I'm back. And I want to talk about it. So, I want to kind of start off in this sense. When I made my video back in 2022, I want to start there. So, for context, in 2022, I made a video basically going over some of the issues that I was having on YouTube. And I decided that I was tired of dealing with these things and that I would quit as a result. It was a very tough decision at the time. That's something I didn't tell people. I felt like that was the only way out for me at that time in terms of what I was dealing with. In this case, it was a cyber stalker. And, looking back at it, I am kind of disappointed that I let myself, do that. But at the time, I need to realize mentally that was what I needed. That was what I needed in order to do better for me as a person. And, it's something hard to admit, even to this day at times for me sometimes. Because, it's hard for me to admit that I was struggling deeply with something that I feel like shouldn't have been a struggle, if that makes sense. A lot happened. So, after I made the video, it did take some time. I would say it took about a few months, but I started to realize that something that I needed the most was I needed to figure out why this was a struggle for me as a person. So I did what should have been done, and I sought out professional help for myself. And what I mean professional help is, there's nothing wrong with it. I just talked to a therapist, and, I figured out that my struggles and experiences were indeed just coming from how things were. I learned how to have better coping skills of those things with working with a therapist. They helped me immensely figure out how to help my triggers. And what I mean by triggers is things that at the time caused me anxiety and were causing me things like panic attacks and things like that. And that's just the small end of it. I don't want to get into the full extent for obvious reasons. I found out that though my issues were pretty simple, it was just more of figuring out how to help myself. And I did. I learned that, things like deep breathing really helped me out. I learned how to get myself out of a panic attack, which was very difficult for me. And I learned slowly to get better. And I have been additionally teaching myself many things about myself, which is also amazing in this sense. I do this to see it in a 3D perspective, don't get me wrong. Okay. No, I learned a lot about myself as a person. It was very difficult at that time for me to say, I need this. I need somebody to help me. This is not normal what I'm dealing with. The effects that I had were not normal. They were not normal. And that's something I've learned to tell myself it wasn't normal what I was dealing with. In terms of the situation as to why I left. I did the right thing seeking help. And that's something that, I learned was the best thing I could do for me. Because I ended up learning that, I gave myself the power and the courage to do better for myself in the long run. Which is something that is very difficult to achieve. And it's something that can take time. And I am proud of myself for doing as good as I did. And some of you might be wondering, well, Mantha, why did you decide this for you? I did because it had to be done for me. If I didn't do it, I had to be the one to help myself. And that's ultimately what I learned. I learned that I had to be the person to help myself out. And that's what I did. I learned that, my issues were, causing me anxiety and things like that. And it was difficult at the time to go through and really be like, hey, this is for you, this is what you need to do. It was very difficult. And it can be difficult for somebody because you're like, well, wait a minute, now what do I do? And it can be very stressful. It can be very scary. And that's something else I want to kind of normalize here. It can be very scary at first dealing with these things. And I'm saying that from my perspective of what I had dealt with. You can feel alone. And it's important to know you're not alone. And this is something that I do say in this case because, I felt so alone because, for an example, people think, anxiety is just, this little thing that, you're overreacting or being dramatic. And, I had to tell myself, look, it's okay to feel the way that I do because it's a valid feeling. It's a valid feeling for myself. And I had to tell myself those things because it helped me in the long run get better about myself. And I'm very proud. And that's something I am sure to say every day. I am proud of myself because I did it. I did the most difficult thing for myself at the time, which was talking to somebody and getting, the therapy that I needed to help me deal with this issue. And it helped me immensely. And over time, I just felt like, look, this is my life. These people that are causing these issues for me, they have their own lives. And, it's unfortunate this is how they want to waste their time. And, it's, but that's their decision at the end of the day. It's their decision to say, I'm going to waste my time doing this. And, I feel like they would also benefit from getting professional help. But, again, that's not my journey. That is their journey. And they have to figure that out for them. It took me a while to figure that out for me as well. It's not a magic button that you say, oh, yes, I need to do this. Sometimes it takes extreme circumstances for some to say, hey, I have to do this and get myself the help that I need. And it's, it can be scary depending on how they determine that. It could be a scary thing for their family. It could be, things like that. Luckily, in my case, it wasn't. Luckily, in my case, it was just more of like, hey, like, I'm realizing here that, this is something I need to do. And I'm grateful that that is how I handled it. I'm glad that I took that step and I determined on my own, like, hey, this is something that I need to do. And, I'm still very proud of myself, and I've learned a lot about myself in the sense of, and you wouldn't think you would either, but I learned a lot about myself to realize, like, hey, look, this is how I can better myself. Like learning these things. And I did. And I did something that is difficult for many people at times. And I said, look, I'm going to better myself. And that's what I did. And I am very, and when I mean very, I mean extremely proud. I decided to put that work in for me. And I am forever grateful that I was able to put it in such a productive way for me, because it helped me in the long run. And it helped me in ways to where I feel like I got my life back again. And I feel like that I'm not letting somebody control me in terms of what I do. And that is something I will stay proud of myself for. And, I'm just proud that I did it. I'm very proud that I did it. So you're probably wondering, hey, Mantha, what's next? So I thought about a lot of things to do. I thought quite a few things out. And I decided that I am going to I'm going to work on the things I want to do for my channel. So this is what I mean. I want to do drawing videos just like these. Right now I'm using a cute little reference just for something to make it easy to, so that way, especially with how difficult some of the stuff is, some of the stuff was for me to talk about, I kind of had that nice little distraction. So that helps keep me in the zone. And I really think about doing videos like commentary, but also including my art talents. I'm doing my best to really teach myself art really well. And I'm going to tell you, I started teaching myself anatomy a while back. And I feel like I really got a good hang of it. And I'm actually really proud of myself too. Because, I felt like anatomy is so hard to do. But I decided to try to persevere and say, look, I'm going to teach myself the skill. I'm not going to give myself a perfectionist feel of it. Because I do get that sometimes. Where I want to be a perfectionist. And I was just going to take deep breaths as needed. And just, say, hey, look, like this is what I'm going to do. And it really helped me. It really helped me feel the discovery that I needed for me at that time. Which is also very helpful. And yeah, commentary stuff I want to do. I want to do drawing videos especially. So like definitely as I do commentary, I might do things like this. Just something more simple, something more simplistic in style. Just something that kind of helped me more towards a cartoony style. Things like that. Especially because I am still doing anatomy. But because I want to get that practice in with cute styles, I want to make sure I can still caricature pretty well and fairly well, and that will kind of help me with this here. But yeah, one of my ideas is definitely start doing commentary videos. Commentary is something I have been doing in my channel for a while, but unfortunately I ended up stopping. But I can tell you, I have been doing a little bit of research, and what I have seen, things have gotten a little bit crazy since I've last been here. And I mean crazy. And I really can't wait to just be like, hey, look, like, I can't wait to be like, I can't wait to talk about these things because I have a lot to say. And I feel like I can bring a new perspective with the new me that I have. Essentially with me being now unapologetically me. The other thing I want to go over is also bringing in the perspective of doing drawing videos like these. Some might just be speed drawings, some might just be tutorials. I really don't know how I'm going to do them. I might do some basic art videos, but I might do some commentary ones. Or ones like these where I'm just chatting and I'm drawing something simple. Because that would be a good idea. A cat is more of a liquid, so I don't mean that in a literal sense, by the way. I'm just trying to get some ideas of animal character designing, because I love how character design looks. It looks so adorable at times, and I'm so excited to pursue learning this. So yeah, and I'm going to be self-teaching more than actually doing like classes or anything like that, so I don't want anyone getting too excited. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I want to do drawing videos like these, some basic videos, maybe tutorials, maybe things like that, like real simple commentary videos like these where I am talking, and kind of just chatting with you guys. I feel like that would be a really good idea as well to bring in. Something else that I am thinking about doing is bringing in another idea here that I have, which I like to call, what's the word for it? What's the word for it that I'm thinking of? Oh, that's the word. I'm thinking about also taking things. So I have some experience, basically just knowing about film and knowing about visual media in general, just due to my experience, and I want to use that in terms with being able to kind of do like full-blown reviews of shows and things like that. I feel like that would be a really good thing for my channel. I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. I do have some ideas. Definitely things like live streaming and things like that. Right now, it's not in the picture because I just want to kind of focus on things where I can utilize my editing skills. I can utilize just having fun. And I can utilize, kind of working at my leisure if needed. Because, having deadlines is okay and all, but I just feel like for me, it's just better if I start out slow, and just start out doing stuff like this. Not going too hardcore, just some simple video ideas. Just some stuff that I would enjoy doing, that I feel like would bring some cool stuff to my channel. Definitely as well, still doing videos with Tony. Of course, that's still in the works and picture. I don't want people thinking, oh, like, no, you're doing that. I'm not doing, like, entirely my own thing. I'm still going to be doing stuff with Tony. It's just that in terms of my channel, I want to make sure that I'm also doing some things that would be fun for here. And definitely doing some stuff will be awesome. Something I am thinking about is I'm going to probably do this on platforms such as Instagram, and things like that. But I would probably, and on my community tab, and I'll probably put out a poll and kind of just be like, hey, like, these are like my ideas, or I'm just going to go with the flow. Definitely like things like this, this is just more of kind of just explaining what's the future of the channel looking like. Now that I'm back, some different content. And I just wanted to kind of go into, kind of those things that would help me with the closure kind of. I feel like this is like that final chapter that I need. I need to reflect more on myself here. And, one of the difficult things is definitely going to be watching the video. So what I mean by watching the video, I'm going to be watching the video that I made back in 2022 and do a reaction to it. And I kind of wanted to do this here because I figured this would kind of be the start of my commentary, but I figured it would be more towards like, hey, I'm back, because I don't think everybody was watching my shorts because it doesn't come up in the recents. And I feel like this was kind of that way to really bring it. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to play that. I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to pull it up in my stuff, so give me 1 second. I do apologize. Just take me a moment here. Alright, I'm distracted by this. Let me find it. It's here. Alright. I'm going to turn it up so you can hear it. I'm going to play it and kind of just give my commentary. I do apologize for not being able to have it on the screen with me. It's just how my stuff is going to work for right now, probably with commentary, because it's just, it's a lot of additional work, but it's also just difficult considering my current setup. So yeah, I'm just going to play it on the side. And I'm just going to kind of give my reactions and commentary as I go. So, yeah.
Hey there, guys. It's me, Mantha. And you're probably wondering, Mantha, why are you uploading this video on the 4th of July? Because it is time for me to come out with my official announcement. I'm quitting YouTube, I'm quitting Instagram, I'm quitting everything. Twitter, Snap, all of it, I'm quitting. I'm not using it no more. I'm not posting on social media no more. I am done. Now you're probably, some of you...
So right there, I'm just going to pause it for a minute. Something that I can tell about myself when I look back at this video is that it was a painful time for me. And I could see it. I could see it in how I was talking. I could see it in a lot. And it really does kind of bring like a heartbreaking revelation that's how it was for me then. And that was like my end all be all, if you will. Yeah, I can really say like this was very saddening just for that part alone, knowing that this is my definite reality, like, of how I felt. And you can't escape it. I mean, and I don't think that's how I sounded back then, but I know that's how I sounded. And it's, like I said, it's very heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking.
You're probably wondering, well, Mantha, what happened? Why are you quitting? I'm going to be completely honest, and I'm ready to tell you all, okay? And I wish I could go into all the detail that I would love to go into, but I can't, unfortunately. I can't.
And you can even tell in this one, like in that little sentence I just said, that I just felt very upset. And I felt a sense of not having that, in other words, justice, if that makes sense. Which is possible to feel that way. Especially at that time. And now I can tell you I don't care anymore. It's so crazy to me that it's like back then, like I felt all this pain and heart and a lot. And then now I'm just like, this literally was a learning experience for me. And I feel like that I learned what I needed to. I learned what I needed to be able to move on with my life. And that's how I feel. And I don't feel that emotional tie to that anymore. I just don't. It's amazing.
But it's okay. I'll go into what I can get into. So, I have been cyber-stalked since 2017 by particular people. Okay, now, let me keep going. So, they decided to cyber-stalk me by... Remember when I made Sparky's account, like, for, Instagram, and I did the Instagram for Sparky? Well, then it turned into an Instagram for their dog. Right after, like, I think it was a day later. And you're probably like, well, Mantha, that's a coincidence. No, I made Mantha the animator, they make an art account. I draw, they draw. I fucking post a picture of my ass, they post a picture of their ass type of deal. This is kind of what that's kind of what it is. Anyway, my point is, and let's get into this, is that I have officially decided that I am done. Because, I'm going to be really honest here. Because a lot of you can say, well, just ignore the stalkers. And I've been ignoring the stalkers. I've been ignoring them for years. Regardless of the amount of traumatic stress.
So, yeah, that kind of goes into my point of feeling that sense of not having that justice there. And at the time, it hurt me. And now it just doesn't anymore. I feel a sense of calm that I haven't felt in a long time. And you can probably tell by me talking, even. Like, Mantha, like, you're talking so much more different than you used to in your videos. Yeah, I mean, it just... I don't understand, like, what exactly, helped. But I know something did help. And that's what makes me happy. That knowing that something did help me and that I'm able to move on and all that stuff. And it just makes me feel proud of me. Literally feel proud of me. Oh no, that doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look good. I'm gonna just do a line and then just do some basic color for these kitties.
I have, and the amount of trauma that I have, to the point where if I see someone similar as them, I disorient. I, fucking get flashbacks and all this other shit. The only thing I don't think I really get, but again, I don't know because I'm in such deep sleep, is nightmares. It's questionable. But I practically have had every, other, like, practical, like, symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder. I haven't been diagnosed with it officially. Well, I'm not saying I have it, but I'm saying I do have trauma. At the very minimum, I know I have trauma. Trauma is usually its own, deal. So, I have trauma from it, and that's all I'm going to say. But anyway.
So, about that. Because I'm reacting to this video, I'm going to say it. Literally 3 months later, I was diagnosed with PTSD. Yeah. I was diagnosed with it. And luckily, I haven't needed medication or anything like that. Again, I just worked through a lot of it, and I've been learning to just recognize those triggers. And they come in various forms for me. So it's kind of a play as you go type of deal. But yeah, no, that was interesting to me. I mean, I kind of wasn't surprised when it was mentioned that. I'm like, I kind of was thinking I might have had it anyway, especially because, like, that's how I felt. And I just learned to, take everything and just breathe and, not let it affect me. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a process. It's not like a magic button where it's like, oh my gosh, like, you don't deal with it anymore. You have to do a lot of work. And eventually you might be able to, they might say, like, you don't have it anymore. That's not the case with me, because I still get flashbacks and things. I still have that sense there, if you will. But I'm working through it the best that I can. And this is one of the things that I've learned to do. I learned, to just, I'm not letting it affect me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot of hard work. Trust me, I'm doing a lot of hard work. So, yeah.
Outside of that, and been, trying to, just keep uploading, not letting it bother me, and this and that. Well, something happened. It was when was that? I believe it was months ago. It was a while ago. It wasn't recently. It was a while ago. But I'm not getting into when specifically, because I don't want people looking for this, because I know some of you, like, fucking go look for shit. Anyway,
which is true.
There was an inside joke, and, me, Tony, and Ashley, it was one of us. I forget which one. I don't know if it was all three of us in talking, or if it was one of us, or if it was, I don't remember. I don't even know if it was all three of us there. But anyway, it might have just been me and Tony. I don't know. But anyway, there was a little reference to something, and it was a little inside joke. And to let you know, this was an inside joke of a place. And this cyber stalker, psychopath, decides...
What? I forgot I said all this.
Show up at this place and sit there and wait for, one of us to be there, which is very weird, and then fucking run away.
I forgot that happened.
One day in particular, I wasn't really feeling good, because usually I would go hang out and stuff. But
I forgot this happened.
Good, so I wasn't there. But Tony had went down there real quick, because really he wasn't even going to go that day.
I forgot this happened. That's crazy.
Like, I guess he had to go get something or something. I forget what it was. But it was at a place. And Yeah. And Stalker was there practically staring us down. Well, staring Tony down. And then ran away. And he was himself, he was kind of surprised about it. But he knew. And I'm like, I was just like, wow.
And you know what's crazy? Because I just remembered this too. I don't know. But like this was pure coincidence if this was legit. But like, I had went somewhere in between taking my like quitting and coming back, and it was somewhere out of state, and I swear it looked like it was this person, but like high key, I was so proud of myself that day, and I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't let them get to me. I was gonna have a panic attack. I did deep breathing, and I stayed calm and vigilant, and I worked past it. And I was so proud of myself because that was the first time I did that, and that was something that came because of the success I was having in therapy. So like that was great. That was great for me. I don't know. I just remembered that randomly, and again, I don't even know if it was, but it was definitely at least somebody who looked similar. And again, that was a trigger at the time. So yeah. Definitely crazy, but yeah, I wanted to mention that. I don't know. I just thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I want to mention this real quick.
Okay, what the fuck? You know? Fucking cyber stalkers. Okay, and ever since then I have feared my life. And it's gotten to a point where like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I was mentally exhausted.
I really can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore.
I want to go back in time and just hug
you know,
me
I don't know if I'm
then.
wrong for thinking that. You know, but I can't do it. It's too much hassle on me as a person. I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore. I'm tired of the being stressed out from it constantly. I'm just,
oh my God,
I'm very
so
tired.
Okay,
Okay,
I gotta do the
it's
next
too
one.
much. You know,
not me talking
plus,
over.
You know, yeah, I was happy doing YouTube for a while and stuff, but I don't care anymore.
I miss
YouTube
it.
is just a loserville anymore.
I miss it for real.
I mean, shit, did any of you see the recent BigCon? It's TikTok con now. It ain't no damn BigCon. Like I said, YouTube's going down the drain. I don't care anymore. I don't care about it anymore. YouTube.
The brain cells that I have lost seeing, literally high key, for seeing the Logan Paul and the Lunchley and KSI and Mr. Beast. I feel like that I went someplace to where that's all the world was for like 10 weeks. And I just feel like it's something else. I definitely want to do commentary and reactions to some of those because I didn't really look into all of it, but it did come up like in my stuff, and I'm like, whoa, like what the heck is this? And like it shocked me at the time. So yeah, I want to do something like that. So yeah, I love how I named this I Can't as a chapter. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Why am I having a good time laughing at my past self? I don't know. I guess it's a weird feeling. It's like I'm laughing, but it's like I want to go back in time and hug my past self, and I just want to tell myself, like, look, you're going to get so much better. Like, you're going to love yourself. I mean, and it's something that I had even noticed is, like, one of the things that I've been looking at is, like, my old selfies on Snapchat. And I'm like, wow, like, I was gorgeous in those. And I wish that I felt that confidence back then. I definitely feel like I'm going to get that confidence back tenfold about my current self. Definitely, that is another thing. Because I know that was something a lot of people were like about, you know. I took the initiative to start losing weight. And I have lost a good amount of weight. I would say about 30 pounds, like 15, 20, 30 pounds, somewhere around that range, like 15 to 30. But yeah, I took that initiative. I took it about a month ago. And, you know, that's been kind of hard too. I mean, I realize my relationship with food is not the best either. But I'm working so diligently to make it better for myself. And I'm getting proud of myself every day because I'm like doing things and, you know, learning like, hey, look, like, you know, I'm learning how to, you know, just handle these things differently. And I'm just so excited for the future.
Sucks anymore. I'm just tired.
I'm just tired.
Live my fucking life.
Real.
You know, I'm tired of being strapped down to a stupid fucking YouTube channel where
Right.
I get nothing but cyberstalked, harassed, bullied, and all this other shit.
Not gonna lie though, that kind of was harmful
I don't know if any of you
for
blame me,
old me.
but I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. I can't take the stress of it. I'm just tired. And honestly, since I've been away from YouTube, I honestly have felt a lot better. To tell you the truth, I have felt a lot better. I haven't had like practically any sort of like anything what I was telling you. Like, I feel a lot better doing that.
Not gonna lie though, it took a few months to really kick in. When I realized like, whoa, okay. Yeah, no, I don't understand what just happened, but yeah, I need to go to therapy at this point. Like, that was kind of what I told myself. Like, well, I don't know what happened at this point, but yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do color on these guys. I might just stick with the pencil, but I'll see. I'm gonna try. It's oh yeah, I can. Never mind, I can. Let me do this. I know how to do it.
And not being on social media anymore, just living my life, having fun, doing my own thing.
Oh no, this one. Oh my gosh, so cute.
So yeah, I'm quitting.
Yeah, I'm quitting.
You know, and it's happy. I don't care. I'm glad anyway. You know why? Because I love it.
What?
You know, like I'm enjoying my life.
My
right
color's
now.
not the
I'm
best.
having the best time
Like
of my
with
life.
this, but
I'm
it helps.
getting to do all this type of shit. And guess what? No one from YouTube and no one from any type of social media can know now. Because even if they, you know, because they're not going to know because I don't post. You know why? Because I don't want to post no more. I'm quitting.
Kitty.
And guess what? They can sit there and go, me. And stop being a fucking little baby. Like I said.
I'm dead.
You gotta admit, somebody's pretty psycho to travel from another state. Okay? Because I think they're like one state over. Okay? To try
What was I on back then?
And Tony and Ashley somewhere.
What was I on back then? Not gonna lie.
And that's what I said. You guys wonder why I fear for my life. That's why I fear for my life. You know, it's terrifying. You know, I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's fucking that's terrifying, okay? That in itself is a fucking terrifying thing. So, I'm alright.
Not Ren. Ren's like...
I'm okay. I'm just...
I love how Ren just comes in and is like, I'm coming to the rescue. Like, that's the type of dog she is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna end up finishing these probably after, but like, they look so cute. I'm gonna do, what color do I want to do this kitty? Oh, what about like a gray
But
or
yeah,
something?
you guys get my
Like
point,
a
you know?
Yeah, pretty.
Like, you guys get my point. It's just, I can't take it anymore. I need to live my life. You know? A lot of these people can just be a bunch of losers on social media getting nowhere. I don't care.
Bro,
My life's
what
gonna
was
be a
I
lot
on
better
back
than that.
then?
Just wait. Just wait.
I did a lot of things though, I'm not gonna
So
lie.
yeah, this is my final sign off, guys. I'm sorry you're not seeing me on camera, but I changed my look. Yeah, you didn't know that. I've also changed my look up as a result of things too. And you guys aren't gonna see it. So
Not gonna lie, that's still in the cards. Well, no, like legit. And I want to do a face reveal. I still do. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cool. Yay, kitty! He looks so cute. I don't know. Does a gray kitty look right or? I mean, I like the vibrance of the orange. I'm gonna keep it for now, I think. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this for now. But yeah, I've been rambling a lot, but definitely it's kind of what this is for. I might come back to this in another episode, legit, and just be like, I did the cat, so I'm gonna do like background stuff and things like that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do because it would be easier that way. So yeah. And then that way I can do like the color cleanup of them and stuff. Because I'm just picking the base color. I'm thinking gray for this one. Definitely have to fix it up a little bit. So cute!
sorry. You know why? Why should I let you see how I look? Why, for the cyber stalkers?
I'm dead.
I'm good. Alright, I'm signing off. And I hope you guys have a good 4th of July. So yeah, just, I'm done. See ya. This is my last video.
Okay. So yeah, I can see the anger I was feeling back then. I can tell. But I also know that, like, now, knowing what I know now, and knowing that now I can finally be happy in better ways because I did the work that I needed to do, that I can do more, and I'm excited. So, yeah. So, that's gonna kind of conclude this, commentary, for today. I feel like, I covered a lot. I apologize. I feel like that's what these are for. Especially for like these vibrantly, like different pieces, that I could do. And I definitely, this kind of also gives me that character design feel I want to do. But in a more nonchalant way where it's like I can just focus on one character at a time, maybe do 2 like this, and then kind of just pick something for the background, the colors. But yeah, I draw slow. I know I do. But I just like focusing on what I need to. So I just like having fun. Alright guys, so yeah, I am excited to see where these adventures are going to take us. I hope you guys are excited to see more commentary videos like this, especially with me drawing. I don't know how I'm going to do the series video, like the series video, like the, I cannot talk, the series videos where I'm going to be like reviewing series and films and things. I don't know if I'm going to handle that in a different fashion than this, or if I'm going to combine it. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. So yeah, I can't wait to see the comments. I can't wait to interact with you guys. Please, 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 feel free to subscribe, and I'm excited to start a new chapter. Bye!